Bang on 3:30, I'd like to invite Peter, our chair, to the stage to chair the AGM.
Thank you very much. Well, good afternoon. And here we are for the formal part of the proceedings with the LINX AGM. So we have had notices go out about the voting. The voting will close at the end of this AGM, so in a few minutes. And if you still want to vote, you can still do so. So first, my job is to verify that those who are permitted to remain in the meeting, non-members who are permitted to remain here, but any non-members who are not permitted to remain should be asked to leave. We have a number of agenda items, 7 in all, and we have one topic at the end on suspension of members, but 7 different agenda items. So let me start with item 1, which is the verification of voting rights. So everybody should have received their online email with their voting codes in the link embedded. But if there's anybody who wants to vote in person, please make yourself known. I don't see anybody. Okay, we can assume everybody's voting online. That's great, thank you. Second.
Sorry, what's the email address from that sent the...
It comes from COSEC. So we'll verify you've got the right email. But Civic could do the administration of our voting rights. The second item concerns the... Oh, I'm sorry, is there another question over here? Sorry.
Sorry, it was actually information from Ivan. I think the email you're looking for comes from takepart@cesvotes.com.
cesvoting.com, that's right. Yeah, I think Curtis is just pointing that out. Thank you. The second and third item contains the minutes of the previous general meeting. So first of all, LINX122 AGM, which was held in Manchester back in May of 23. And the second EGM that was held here on the 16th of November last year. And both those minutes were produced in the notification of this AGM. We've also sent out the 2023, that should read, annual report, which contains all the background information on the performance of the company. And you'll see that as sent out. Then we have the 2023 accounts. And I'm not going to go through those here, you'll be pleased to see, but we do have a presentation in more detail on the accounts tomorrow with Malcolm and Andy sharing the honours of presenting the 2023 results. And then we have our resolution. We have one simple resolution, which is simply to reappoint our auditors, Price Bailey, at a remuneration to be determined by the board. So that is the resolution, which you're all voting on, resolution 1. And that is to reappoint our auditors for the next year to audit our accounts for 2024. And then, of course, we have the board elections. As you know, we've sent out notification of the elections, the 5 candidates that are standing. By the end of this AGM, your vote should be in so that CES can top them all up and we can get the results out. So this will be produced shortly after the end of the AGM. I'll be communicating the results to the concerned candidates and then to the rest of you sometime later, hopefully this evening or afternoon. Then we come to the suspended members. So we have 2 We are terminating Associated Networks and Airtel Chad as per the clause 5.1.2.6 of the MOU. That concludes the business of the AGM. I have one other little topic that I would like to raise. Sorry, we have one question. Okay.
Yeah, so when you have a resolution regarding reappointment, could you include how long they've already been appointed for to save us having to go and hunt for that information every time?
I'm sorry, I didn't quite catch how long.
Whenever you have a proposal for reappointment as an AGM item, would it be possible to also include how long those people have been appointed for? Because otherwise we have to go and hunt for that through the previous board meeting and the previous board meeting and the previous board meeting.
I'm not quite sure. Are we talking about directing the directors that are being?
No, it's I think the question is about the auditors. They're appointed, they're appointed 1 year at a time. But
Yeah, it's only 1 year at a time.
yeah, that's by the.
But how many years have they already done? Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. The auditors will be reviewed, by the way, next year, because now that we have a new CFO, we'll put that out to bid and we'll have a new opportunity to look at who our auditor should be. But that'll come up in next year's AGM. For now, that closes the business of the AGM. I have one other key item to discuss, which is that we've had a very long-serving member on our board who's retired this year out of term limits. So Mike Blanche, who's done 9 years on the board, has seen a lot of change on the board. We've had a great opportunity to thank him for his wonderful service on the board and with the staff, but I would like to acknowledge his contribution by inviting him to come up here so that I can present him with a bottle of wine. Mike, please come up here. Congratulations.
Thank you very much, Peter. Thank you.
And there's a small token to express our appreciation, but thank you for your time.
Haven't needed that too often on the board, but thank you very much.
Say that again.
So I haven't needed this too often on the board, but thank you very much. And thank you, everyone who voted for me 3 times and to be re-elected. But yeah, I've timed out now. Time for some time off and for some fresh blood on the board. And some. It's always good to have new thinking and a new approach. And I wish LINX all the best for the future, and we'll definitely be following along for sure. Thank you.
Great. Well, thank you, Mike. Thank you very much. That's all from me.